Be honest, would you have turned around if you saw this backing up in your driveway? What would you do if this showed up at your house?
Well, I look back at what I would do and I realize I pretty much follow the same game plan every single time. I bring it home, pressure wash it clean, and then basically take all my before photos and start removing absolutely everything. This is a compilation of multiple RVs that I've renovated, including Archie, Bluey, and our girly Prowler. I pretty much remove everything. I label all the cabinet doors and drawers, remove any furniture that we don't want, all the curtains, cushions, and everything that can be nasty, and then we pretty much clean it top to bottom. What you want to think about when doing this is how much weight are you hoping to be able to add to this RV? And that can help judge how much weight you want to remove from the RV, which will in turn guide your design choices. If you've been following me, you know I like to push the limits in my RV renovations. Like this huge arch cabinet that I made from a closet that was already there, and then removing all of this to create an additional workspace in the kitchen. Once you have your footprint figured out, then you can start dry fitting for all of your new additional appliances and make any alterations. After that, it's time for interior paint. And if you're doing an entire inside base coat, you definitely should spray. Once that's complete and dry, then you can start bringing back in your water tanks, your tankless water heaters, and any other appliances you may be adding. Next, I usually move on to all the cabinet doors and drawers. I set them out and do an assembly line, and then while those all dry, I go inside and do the base cabinets next. Then it starts getting really exciting because you can reinstall all of this hard work that you've done, including new hardware, or use the existing. And then I usually move on to the backsplash, which is one of my favorite projects and makes the biggest impact. I've used many different materials for my backsplash, including epoxy, real tile, and peel and stick. It really just depends on how much weight at the end of the day you can add to your rig. When you're ready for your backsplash, you know that you should be ready for your countertops as well. I've used a variety of finishes in butcher block countertops along with epoxy countertops that you can see here. Once you get yours figured out, then you can start putting in all of your faucets. And as you can see, I usually replace all of my faucets with residential ones because let's be honest, they're 5,000 times better looking than the RV ones. After you get most of the dirty work done, then you want to start laying all of your floors. I always get LVP with an attached underlayment, making sure that it's very small millimeters so that it's lighter in weight. And then this next part you can really do before or after or even during the inside because it's the exterior where we get down on the paint job. You can check my blog post about how we go about painting our trailers, and if we're lucky enough, we have the original Baby Moons, buff them out, but sometimes we do have to buy new ones. We usually paint the rim and then head inside to get the lighting set up. I'll let you in on another little secret. You can use absolutely any light fixture that you find in an RV. You just have to make a small alteration and it'll work perfectly. And then I usually leave the bathroom as its own little space that I do at the end. There's so many different products I've used in my bathrooms and each one is super unique, which kind of leads into the last part, which is we usually end up selling these rigs, and I think these design choices are what make that actually happen. And after about a month after it's sold, I usually get the desire to put myself through this all again. Do you think I should?